Hey YouTubers, this is your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. So today, I'm doing my latest movie review on Aquaman. I know it doesn't come out until next week, but I got to see an early screening of it yesterday, and let me tell you, it was awesome. It was definitely worth my money on seeing. This movie had amazing graphics, an amazing storyline, and there were a few cheeky jokes here and there, but I learned to look past it. I really did, and just enjoyed the movie. I don't understand why everyone was hating this movie so much. This movie was perfect, and Jason Momoa as Aquaman, let me tell you, it's like he was fit for this role. He is definitely Aquaman. Yeah, he kind of brought a little bit of his humor to this character, to Arthur Curry, and that was the whole point of it. I enjoyed seeing him as Aquaman. He was perfect. Jason, I don't know if you'll watch this or not, but great job, man. You really stepped up your game in this movie, in your very first Aquaman solo movie. I can't wait to see how you'll do in the sequel to Aquaman and many more. I really do have a newfound respect for you, Jason. No lie. And as for the rest of the cast, Mira, played by Amber Heard, she is no damsel in distress. She legit isn't. She knows how to kick ass when needed to, and excuse me, and she is there for Arthur. She's there to help guide him to become the next king of Atlantis, which is perfect. Yeah, some parts she wasn't really in during the movie, but still she was legit a badass. I can't wait to see her in future DCEU movies, possibly a Wonder Woman team up. That would be like awesome to see, because she really did some really awesome moves in this movie, along with Jason, which I really enjoyed, especially the beginning of the scene. As most of you saw with the submarine, he legit kicked some bad guy ass. Excuse my language, but I am extremely hyped after seeing this movie. It was perfect. And Patrick Wilson as Orm, Arthur Curry's half-brother, I mean half, if you can't understand me, aka Ocean Master, he was perfect. I had a little nitpicks about his character at first, but he seemed like one of those characters who wants to start a war, which I can understand. We do pollute the ocean, but we do pick up after ourselves to make sure the ocean is clean. So I can understand some points where he's coming from, but the war against the surface world, yeah, come on, Orm. Come on, Orm. And he blames his half-brother for his mother's death, as most of you know in the comics, if you read the comics and everything. So yeah, you guys will be shocked at the ending. You'll see why. And Yaha as Black Manta, he is also great. He's legit great. He even when he makes a joke, he doesn't. Even when he does something funny, he doesn't really know it. He doesn't really know it. He is just going with the punches, really. But his character was legit awesome, and we see why he is after Arthur for a specific reason. I can't tell you guys why, because you guys are going to have to see the movie next week to see what I mean, because this is spoiler free. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. I loved so much about this movie, especially the CGI, the casting, and everything. James Wan knew what he was doing when he directed this movie. Way to go, James! You knew how to make Aquaman perfect. You really did. I am I am so happy that we finally get a good DCEU movie aside from Wonder Woman, of course, which will be exciting to see the sequel for Wonder Woman 2. And what else is that I just can't wait for everyone else to see this movie. This movie will be worth your money, like I said, and it's just so exciting. It'll take you on a heck of a ride, especially when you see Atlantis. It was glowing. It was legit glowing. You'll love it. You'll be tear jerking on a few scenes in this movie. You'll laugh and just enjoy the epic scenes, especially when Jason Momoa, aka Aquaman, is in the bar. You'll see why it's funny. You'll legit see why, and like I said, everyone in the cast did great. I enjoyed it so much. And on to the positives and negatives. First off is the positives. The first positive is that we get to see them travel to the desert and everything, like you saw in like the extended preview and everything. It was kind of like you got an Indiana Jones feeling from it. You really did. And it was kind of like one of those adventure movies that you really get into. And the second positive is that Arthur and Mira's relationship kind of blooms throughout the movie, which is kind of expected because because it kind of follows the original Aquaman story, because him and Mira are getting together in the comics, as most of you already know. Duh. And I love that because it seems like Jason and Amber had good chemistry in this movie, which I can relate to so much. And that's something about a good movie. You need to make sure the cast has good chemistry, especially between those two. And I can tell you is that you'll definitely want to see where their chemistry goes, especially at the near end of the movie. You really will. And the second positive, I believe, is that, well, we get to see, like I said, we get to see Jason Momoa bring his own kind of spin to Aquaman, which is kind of exciting. You'll definitely want to see that. It's kind of funny and good too, because, well, I myself enjoyed it. I kind of enjoyed some of the funny scenes he did, which was kind of expected. It's Jason Momoa, and he brought a little seriousness to this movie too, which is really good, in my opinion. I really did enjoy how he made sure to bring his own kind of spin to this character. That's the one thing I enjoyed. And another positive is that the CGI in this movie was perfect. It was on point, and it was just breathtaking. You'll love how so much work was put in this movie, and it will be breathtaking. Trust me, guys. You do not want to miss out on this movie. It is definitely the perfect superhero aside from Avengers Infinity War still. and you'll enjoy one heck of a ride, and we also get to see some of Arthur's backstory in this movie, which is also another positive. We get to see how he became who he became, and I myself really enjoyed seeing his backstory. It was just one of those touching backstories that was something you can really relate to. And the negatives. The negatives are some of the jokes were a little tricky and not really funny. I wish it could have been I wish they could have made the jokes a little bit more funnier instead of just making them not funny. Because half of the people in my theater were laughing at some of the jokes, but some not so much. Yeah, and Arthur's teacher Volko, he wasn't really in the movie that much. I really hope he gets to be in the movie more in the sequel, because it would be nice to see Volko in more scenes, possibly in the sequel. Like I said, that will be nice. That would legit be nice. And the actor that played him, he was a really talented actor, for sure. I just wish they could have used him in more scenes in this movie. That's all I want. More Volko. More Volko in this movie. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for my positives and negatives. On to the rating. I give Aquaman a solid A. Because even though the jokes were a little cheeky, I still learned to see past all that and enjoyed the movie. That is something I really did enjoy. And plus, Jason Momoa, like I said, as Aquaman, he's fit for this role. No one else can play Aquaman like him. I really am looking forward to seeing what he does with the sequel, because I myself am also looking forward to it. I can't wait. And Amber Heard as Mira, she is just a badass. And like I said, we get to see their relationship bloom throughout the movie. And what else I loved about this movie is that it's a DCEU movie. James Wan directed it and made sure that it was going to be perfect. Kudos to you, James Wan, again. I really hope you direct the sequel, because no one else can direct this movie like you can. I can't wait. I can't wait to see the sequel. And if you guys are going to see Aquaman, trust me, you will legit be blown away. I give you my word on that. I can promise you this, you'll definitely enjoy this movie so much you'll want to see it again. And that's it for my movie review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And press that little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. And also, be sure to follow me on the Stardust app for my latest movie reactions / trailer reactions. I'll be putting the link at the bottom in the description box at the bottom of my video as well. Take care, and God bless.